So you are a choosing, so they can't stop you. You know what I'm saying? So the main reason why people, haters, enemy, frustrators, envious, the reason and the major reason they can't stop you is not because of your background, it's not because of your identity or your certificate or your life or because of anything. It's just because of you being a choosing. It's because you are a choosing. So they can't stop you because you are a choosing, a royal and a peculiar word person, and the mark of God is already on your head. So none of their evil word attack, none of their evil frustration, none of their evil disappointment, humiliation will come to manifest. Why? Because you are a choosing. So the reason why all their plot evil, all their evil doing, all their evil expectation, everything that they have done secretly to fall you, to humiliate you, to cause you pain, the reason why none of them is manifesting is because you are a choosing. So you being a choosing, no one can be able to do what? To bring you down. No one will be able to bring you down. Why? Because your presence is what is unresistible, unstoppable, undestroyable. You know what I'm saying? So your presence is what is undestroyable. No one can be able to destroy you as a choosing. So none of them. That is why whatsoever they tried to do, whatsoever they tried to put effort in order for them to do what? To stop you, to cause you pain, to do all those of things. You may pass difficult time, you may pass storm, you may pass one thing to another, but none of them will stop you from not moving forward. Why? Because you have the fruit of what? Of growing, of what? At working, at growing others. You at work others. Why? Because the fruit have already been laid from the ancestors. When I mean the ancestors, that is our forefathers. He said to Abraham, he said, I will bless the what? The fruit of your what? Of your offspring. Who are the offspring of Abraham? It's me and you. So he said to David, he said, your children will be blessed. That's the same thing he said to what? To Abraham. He said to Moses, he said, call upon me. He said, tell them I am that I am have called me. I will fight for them, and they will do what? We hold their peace. He said, my covenant will I not withhold. You know what I'm saying? So the covenant of God is that he will fight for you as a choosing, and you ought not to hold anything than to hold your what? Your peace. Listen, you need to understand this. So when the Lord is saying, I will fight for you, that means he knows that the battle will surely come. Yes, he knows that truly you being a choosing, you must and you will face battles, knowing and unknowingly. So none of them will be able to stop you. Why? Because the covenant have already been laid on you. The covenant have already been upon your head that he will fight for you. And he said his word, he changed not. Hey God. You know, to be a Christian, to be a choosing is something so special. Let me just tell you the main reason. The main good thing you can never buy without what? Whether you are rich or not, protection from God. You can never get it from nowhere, either in the highest or the biggest markets, online or what, without online. So protection from the Lord is the greatest thing. So no matter whom try to bring you down, no matter whom try to frustrate you, none of them will work, because the mark of God is already on your mark, on your head. Jesus said to them, he said, my Father know his sheep, and his sheep knows him. And he said, if they called me, I know their voice. And if I call them, they do what? They also know my voice. So what does that mean is that no matter what they tried No matter how they tried to frustrate you, to bring you down, none of them can be what can be effective. Why? Because you are unstoppable. You are what? Unstoppable. No one can stop you from not moving forward. No one can frustrate you. No one can bring you down from not what moving what forward. Why? Because God have already made a covenant to protect and to do what? To make you to do beyond your enemy what expectation. He said the expectations of the righteous will not be cut short. So none of your expectation, none of your prayers, none of your what your will be cut short unless it is not God that adored that permitted that. You know what I'm saying? Unless God just said, let me permit this, or let me just allow this thing to pass because I want to use it to glorify myself, like the way he did in the life of what Anna, Esther, Joseph, David. So God allows us certain what pain to come into our life in order for him to strengthen us and to use that privilege to confuse our enemy, because there's something he has ahead of us that he don't want them to notice. So if they try to stop you, unless God allow it, because he has something more bigger for you than what is just around within you. So God cannot do what? Stop you. And your enemy cannot stop you. Why? Because his covenant, he do what? He never withhold or change it. So God is indeed God. Your enemy cannot stop you. Why? Because God have already made a covenant on your head. Remember, they can't stop you. Yes, they will try with all manners of evil. They will go to any level because of envy and jealous to stop you, but they cannot. Why? Because greater is he that is in you, that dwelleth in you, than he that is in the world. So remember, blessed, may God bless you. If you have not subscribed, kindly subscribe. Thumbs up the bell that anytime I upload, you will be the first to see it. Remember, blessed.